Hi, I'm Ken Green. I'm running for Superior Court Judge for Kern County. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about myself, and I think there's three areas I want to cover with you. The first is who I am as a person. The second is who I am as a prosecutor. And third, the individual I am as a public servant. Now, I've not done an on-camera interview, so I'm going to wing it. But I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been married to my wife, Faith, for 21 years. I've raised two wonderful boys. They are Spencer and Chance. My oldest, Spencer, just became an Eagle Scout. Very proud of him. He put a lot of time and effort in. I attend church regularly. I give back to my community. My greatest goal is to die well. And when I say that, I want to die and have a funeral that is just packed with people who are celebrating the contributions I made in their life. And first and foremost, I want my family to be there. And I want them to talk about how wonderful I was as a dad, what a great husband I was, and what a shining example I was for my sons of what a good man is. Now, I've tried to live out my life so that I can die well because I've been a prosecutor. I'm currently the branch court supervisor for the DA's office. What that means is if a crime happens anywhere other than Bakersfield, it's my jurisdiction. I have courts ranging from Ridgecrest to Lamont, Delano, Shafter, Mojave. I supervise 10 attorneys over 6 different offices because I have an attorney that works in Bakersfield also. As part of my role as a prosecutor, before I became a branch court supervisor, I was the prosecutor in the Specials Prosecution Unit. Specials handles sexual assaults, crimes against children, and homicides. And when you cover those areas, you really learn the importance of your people skills. Because you can try a case, but you have to recognize the flip side of that is they are real victims, living victims, people who have lost their relatives, who've lost their innocence, who've lost things that you can never help them regain. Because the judicial system can't make them whole. It can only give them a sense of justice. As a special prosecutor, I've held and cried with families of homicide victims. I've explained to them the intricacies of the court system and how they weren't going to get what they wanted. And I've had to have those conversations because I was never going to bring back their nephew, their son, their brother. What I've done is I've strived throughout my entire career as a prosecutor to work for making justice work for families, making justice work for the average person. And I think that I've accomplished that. And I believe my time in the DA's office and how quickly I've moved up has indicated that I actually do quite a good job at what I do. Now, the last thing, public servant. Public service is something that is often used as a name, but it really doesn't, most people don't live out that. My family and I have raised guide dogs for the blind for a number of years. We've had 3 different dogs that we've given, and I have to tell you, charity is what makes you cry. And when you have to give a dog back after having that dog for 2 years, it makes you cry. But that's okay because the dog I give to that individual means that that individual has mobility. They have a better life because of what I've done. Now I want to tell you a little bit about my first dog, Legend. Legend was a guide dog that failed. He failed, came back to our family, and we decided to repurpose him. Legend is now the founding member of the Kern County Courthouse Canine Program. He goes to court with witnesses and victims, young witnesses and victims. And he sits there on the stand with them as they testify about some of the most difficult things in their life, whether it's watching their parent be killed, whether it's being molested, whether it's being sexually assaulted. These are all tough questions. And when you ask a child these questions in front of a group of strangers, it's a stressful time. Legend goes on the stand with them. He works with them. He's on there, and they feel safe. And when they feel safe, they tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And when they tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, justice prevails. I'd really like you to consider me as your candidate and consider giving me your vote for the judge of the Superior Court in Kern County. Thank you for your time.